Good morning, everybody. I'm Kirsten and this is Jen, and we're here to share another story with you today. This story is titled Blink the Wish Fairy.
Once upon a time, there was a wish fairy named Blink. A wish fairy is a really special being, but maybe not in the way you might think. A wish fairy doesn't have any special powers to grant wishes, and they aren't able to make a wish come true. Still, they're really special because wish fairies listen to our wishes. They listen when we're struggling to find the energy to start the day. They listen when we're filled with happiness about something that's happened. Wish fairies listen to our joys and our concerns, our hopes and our dreams. And that might not seem like a big deal, but having someone in our life to listen to us is surprisingly important.
Well, Blink had been a wish fairy for a very long time. They'd always loved being a wish fairy, and they were very good at being a wish fairy until one day Blink woke up and they found themselves overwhelmed with a cacophony of noise. There were loud voices and quiet voices and laughter and crying and yelling and growling and braying and howling and cackling and clucking and quacking and every noise you can imagine any being making.
Somehow, all the wishes, all the thoughts of all the beings on earth had blended into one terrible jumble in Blink's ears. And they couldn't sort them out. They couldn't quiet one in order to listen to another. Whew, it was terrible. They shook their fairy head, but it didn't help. And they blocked their pointy fairy ears, but it didn't help. It was as if all of the thoughts of the world, all the joys and concerns and hopes and dreams and hurts had all become too much, and they just overflowed into one another, into an impossible soup of sound. And Blink didn't know what to do. At first, they really panicked, flying from one place to the next, trying to get away from the noise, to turn it all off. And then they started to cry. Mostly, they felt afraid it would never stop, and that brought them to tears.
Well, the tears made the tears in their eyes made the world around them look sparkly, and that gave them an idea. Blink started to fly straight up into the sky. They flew past the tops of the tallest trees, and they kept flying, past clouds and birds and airplanes, and they kept flying. They flew all the way up until they had left the last layer of the Earth's atmosphere to where the stars sparkled. And as soon as they broke through into space, finally, all the noise stopped. And the noise stopped so much that the silence felt huge in Blink's ears. It was so different from all the noise that had been going on. And then there was a great peace, and Blink soon drifted to sleep. The magic of a good quiet nap.
At some point, a new sound gently stirred Blink from their slumber. It was a small and pleasant sound, a familiar sound from long ago. It was like sweet music, and it was Blink's own heart, and its message was clear. Return here when you need to. Blink felt calm and refreshed and ready to return home. As Blink once again entered the Earth's atmosphere, they started to hear other sounds. First, the sound of the breeze high in the sky, and it was a pleasant sound. Then, as Blink flew below the clouds, there were a few birds, and Blink could tell that the birds were happy. As Blink reached the ground, there was a chipmunk scolding a cat and the sound of traffic on a nearby street. These sounds were not so pleasant, but Blink was able to hear them without feeling upset like before. They were finally able to just be in the world again without feeling overwhelmed by all that was going on.
And Blink was ready to listen deeply again to wishes. And it gave them so much joy because Blink was restored. Their heart was clear and they felt renewed gratitude to be a wish fairy. Now, when the noise of the world is too much, Blink knows to return to that quiet place where they can rest and hear their heart again, and they come back ready to do their best work.
I wonder, what are your wishes for Blink to hear?
I wonder if the world ever feels a bit too noisy for you.
Everyone sometimes needs to find a quiet time or place to rest and find our heart voices again. It might be in a forest or under a soft blanket on a sofa or in a room hearing music through headphones.
Where do you go to find peace and be ready to listen again? Maybe you can tell us with words or a photo, and we can share that with all of our South Church friends during worship later this month.
Send me your answers, either with just words or in a picture. How do you return to being ready to listen? Email me at jendeldeo, JENDELDEO, at southchurch-uu.org. We look forward to hearing from you.
We miss you. We'll see you soon.